Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of It Starts With Yoo. I'm the host, Anna Yoo, here with Linda Park. Linda is a former techie who has introduced Airbnb programs and mentorship to everyday people. We were interested in learning more on how she got started and what her inspiration may have been. Let's get started. Linda, I'm so glad to have you here today. So, can you tell me a little bit more about how you left your 9 to 5 and surpassed your tech salary with your Airbnb?
Yeah, thanks for having me. So I was in tech for so long, like 10 years, and I was going through divorce and I felt like I wanted to do more with my life. And I just felt like I didn't want to play it safe anymore and had more freedom. So I ended up looking online, how do you make a lot of money in the least amount of time? And then I came across Airbnb Arbitrage. So I ended up hiring a mentor, and then I thought it was going to be like a side hustle and I'll just try it out. And then it surpassed my tech salary pretty quickly. So when I got laid off, I just never went back.
Wow. So, how are you able to balance those two things? Like
Yeah.
going through a divorce and the whole tech thing?
Yeah, that's a good question because it wasn't an easy divorce. I've had friends where it's very easy and they just get it over really quickly, but it was very stressful. So there was challenges I had to separate the stress of that with building a business because I still had to go to work and everything. But I think I almost kind of used that stress to kind of like fuel for the fire. Like it just made me want to build something for myself even more. So I kind of redirected that energy to something positive.
I think that's actually a really great point because I feel like I've been going through that experience as well. And I realized that it's a really good idea to have your own financial, point, in your life. And can you tell me a little bit more about how you got started in Airbnb and how someone maybe even me started?
Yeah. Because a lot of people feel like, oh, I don't have experience in that. I didn't know anything about arbitrage. It was just because I was on the internet looking for different ways to make money.
Yeah.
And so I was telling somebody that you don't need any real estate, you don't need any experience in it. So there's people in the mentorship I took that some were in tech, some were in like a veterinarian. They were all different walks of life. There's people that were young, that were older, so it doesn't really matter. So I think getting a mentor really helps because you learn it so fast. And I was able to start making profit within the first month or so because I got a mentor and learned everything. So yeah, anybody from younger, older, someone like you that even if you're not in industry, just learn it. And some people will go to YouTube and try to learn it, but I think when I started looking at the videos, I just felt like I don't even know where to start. If I start watching, and then I'm not that motivated. So
yeah. I feel like having someone in person and walking it through or talking to them, getting to know the industry in that way is a lot more motivating.
Yeah, 100%.
So was there a mentor for you that helped you through this?
So there's a lot online because I started out not even knowing what it was, and so I'm on this journey of discovery of what does this thing even mean and how does it work. And then there's all these mentors, like social media, they see what you're looking at and they push you more content. So all the mentors started popping up. And then I was like, well, I don't even know, who do I even hire? I don't know anybody, so I don't know who to trust. And then so I was kind of at that. And then I kept following this guy named Chris. And something about him stood out to me. And I think I was like, people ask me why him out of everybody else. I don't know if it was his lifestyle and his credibility and his demeanor online just came off very calm and relatable. And he talked a lot about mindset, which I don't think a lot of other people do. So I just ended up interviewing with him, and he had a process where you apply and he chooses 10 a month, and he was the most expensive too. So it's interesting that I went from not knowing if I even want to do this to hiring the most expensive mentor that was out there. So I talked to him, I told him my story. He's like, what is your why? What is your reason of why you want to pursue this? And then I told him, I'm going through divorce and I want to build something for myself. And then he accepted me. So I just said yes because I was like, oh my God, he said yes. And, and then I just said yes. And everyone said I was crazy, but I just went with it and changed my life.
Going from a tech career to Airbnb, That seems kind of intense, but at the same time, would you do it again?
Oh, 100%. Because I thought I was just going to learn this thing that's going to make me, hopefully make me some extra money, just to have on the side.
Yeah.
And it just changed my entire life to, like you said, it's not even the same industry.
Yeah.
Tech to real estate is completely different. I would totally do it. I actually would have done it sooner if I knew that it was going to be like this. Because once I did it, I got laid off, and then I just started making more. So I was like, I'm not going to go back and keep interviewing. And then it also changed my lifestyle because I just had more time for my family and friends and just traveling and not feeling like I was in meetings all day before.
I could see that in the tech industry. Do you think that was partially the reason why you might have gotten a divorce?
So there's a lot of different factors. I think it was one of those things where it went way longer than it should have. And you kind of just get in your comfort zone. And then I was in my comfort zone in my career too, because that's all I knew. And I was just climbing the ladder in corporate. Okay, if I want to raise my salary, now I have to work harder. And then they say yes or no if I get a raise.
Yeah.
And then he didn't really have growth mindset. He's more stagnant and comfortable and didn't take risks. So I think maybe naturally I had that. I just didn't know it. Because once we split, it like came out. I just did whatever I wanted. And even myself, I'm so different than I was in that relationship.
Yeah, actually, I was going to ask you that. Like, do you feel like you've changed as a person, like personality-wise? Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, a completely different person.
Yeah.
And sometimes, this is probably a little too personal, but I feel like he kind of made me play small in a sense because it put me down sometimes, even in subtle ways.
Yeah.
And I put up with it. And, it kind of affects your self-esteem.
Yeah.
So I think that happened. So once that was gone, and that was one of the reasons I left, I just I think my true self came out.
Yeah. I think that's great. Like I feel like you seem very alive.
Oh.
Well, actually, I don't know you from before, but
that's true though.
Like your personality is every time like I see you or like hear you talk, like you're like a public speaker now, right? Like I see you on posters as a public speaker and things like that. So I'm just like, that's so cool.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That means a lot because growing up, I was really quiet. I was shy. And people that were outgoing, I always felt like, God, I wish I was like them. I wish I could be outgoing like them and speak my mind. And so I wouldn't say a lot either. I always had friends, but it was more of, I felt like I kind of filtered myself a lot.
Yeah.
So to even get to this point and even speak on stage, all that stuff I never thought I would ever do. So yeah.
So it comes more of like a growing process,
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah. So much growth after leaving the relationship, leaving tech. So I lived in Seattle my whole life. I left that state. Yeah. So everything I felt like I would never do. Each time I was scared to make a change. Yeah. And it took me so many years. I did it and I was like, oh my God, it was so much better. Yeah. So I know like even in the moment, it seems like it's hard. And then you just go through it, you're going to be so much better at the other side.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, well, so like after all of that stuff, in the speaking role you've taken, did you have to train for all of that?
Oh, so it started happening organically because it's funny because I was just talking about this on my Instagram, but I was writing goals with the business coach less than a year ago. And one of them was to do podcasts and that started happening. And the other one was to speak on stage and just to hopefully inspire people because it changed my life. So it just started happening organically. And then, so I didn't take anything yet, but I definitely want to get better at it and keep doing more of it because I love it.
So you didn't take any classes to like do public speaking and stuff?
No, not yet.
Wow, that's actually really good. Like considering like you didn't take any public speaking classes because like I've watched you speak and like heard you speak like and stuff like that. But like for me, whenever like I go like on stage and like just sometimes like I just freeze or like it's I can't think of like what I want to say and like I feel like sometimes like people need to be trained for that and that's why like knowing that like like it just comes to you naturally, like that's pretty amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that means a lot because I was so like I was scared of it and they say I think like 80% of people have fear of public speaking and I was one of those people. So like even at work when I was a creative director, I have to present projects that would even make me nervous. So I don't even know how this whole journey shifted to it's still scary and I get nervous, but yeah, to hear that means a lot.
I mean, I think it's just coming from like telling other people like what you know already,
That's true.
You know,
I
like
agree.
maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
If there's anything like that you want to share from like your past relationships in like personal relationships and stuff, like giving like advice.
Yeah.
What is some advice that you would give?
I love that question because I was in a place where I was stuck doing the same thing for so long. You know, obviously like same state, same career, relationship went on way too long. I would say that once you start feeling like it's not working, to not keep trying to make the same thing work. Because you know, what is that? Like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. I think I was just in it too long. And looking back, now I should have left way sooner because that's so much time that you're spending on something that you know is not going to work, especially if it's like values don't align or the respect is not there or and it's making you not feel good. Then even if it's hard to leave, it's going to be so much better when either by yourself or you find someone even better. Yeah. So I would say just kind of trusting your intuition and putting yourself first if it's affecting your mental health, because it was for me. And so once I got out of it, it was hard. The process is hard. It's actually still dragging on. It's not fun, but I'm just so much happier. And I felt like a weight was lifted when I left, even with that stuff in the background. Because I was like, oh my God, I feel like so much more of myself and more free.
No, I agree with you on that to a certain extent. Like, I feel like in the back of my mind, like knowing that like I'm single, like it feels better, which it's kind of strange to say, but at the same time, like if like you're in like an unhealthy relationship, like it feels like maybe there could have been some things that were, I mean, that could have been done a little better on both sides, of course. But yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah. That's really great that you're doing that, because I think a lot of times too, people might blame the other person, like everything. Obviously, it's both people have played their part, but it seems like you have a lot of awareness too. So even though I feel like there's a lot of negative stuff on his side, I was like thinking, oh, you also reflect, what was it about me that put up with certain behaviors? Or that's kind of what I reflected on myself. And I did therapy too, which helped a lot. So it made me realize, okay, I was doing that because, I was in that because I was this and this. So I could try to understand what about myself was kind of allowing certain things.
I think that's great, because I feel like for a while I kind of did want him to go to therapy, but like it just never aligned. Like I feel like, you know, like I feel like sometimes like guys tend to think therapy is just not something that they want to do. So,
I have a lot of friends like that too. And even women too that feel like that, but it changed my life. So I would highly recommend anyone that's open to it, because I might have still been in that relationship if I didn't do it. Because I think also if someone else is, like in my situation, they keep telling you certain things and not being open-minded, or if it's your fault, or, you know, for example, then you start kind of thinking, oh, is it me or is it this or that? And therapy gives you a perspective from like someone else's point of view.
Okay. So can you tell me a little bit about like maybe like your childhood?
So I grew up, well, you're Asian too, but I know there's like, you know, stereotypical stuff, but I was pretty quiet and my dad was pretty strict, but my parents were both loving, but that was kind of the dynamic. I was very not outspoken because I kind of felt like, oh, if I say something wrong, or what if he gets mad? So I realized over time, I think that's where it came from. And then I was very obedient, and my parents got divorced when I was like, I don't know, maybe 12. And so my dad, I didn't really see him much after that, even though he didn't live very far. And they both got remarried pretty quickly. So so I realized after, I think that caused a lot of maybe insecurities after my dad was kind of gone for a while. Do
you think it's true, like when like your parents get divorced, that like it's like generational.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's funny because after, I remember even when it happened,
Yeah.
I remember when my parents told me, I just remember crying. I don't remember everything from my childhood, but I remember I was sitting on the couch and like crying to my grandma.
Yeah.
And I felt so devastated as a kid. And I remember telling myself, like, I'm never going to get divorced. I remember always telling myself that growing up. But then it's interesting because I got in this relationship and then I felt like I stayed so long.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to live like this for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then my best friend passed away too, like 6 years ago or so. So I think that was another thing. I was like thinking, oh, if my life ends soon, am I going to be happy?
Yeah.
And so I knew I wasn't. So yeah, I was like, it's just going to be better for me.
Yeah. Maybe that's how your parents felt too.
True. Yeah, you're right. Because they're friends now. And yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, maybe like one day, like we could all just be friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know, but like, it's you know, like I feel like it's like, as long as like we didn't like try to attempt to kill them or anything, you know, like
yeah.
you know. But anyway. I mean, like, okay, so like one of my first exes, like in like 9th grade, actually did try to burn my house down.
What?
Yeah, so like
okay,
that was like when I was like in high school or something. So.
That's insane. Wow.
So that's why I say that it's like a joke.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense for me. That's insane.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah. But I was at home, so
thank God. Wait, actually like caught on fire?
Not exactly. They like lit the front door.
Oh my God.
Like on fire. But then like me and one of my friends were at the museum, and then he was like, "Why are you at the museum?" I was like, I'm just out with one of my guy friends. Like we're at the museum. We're just out." Like, what are we gonna do at the museum? Like, what the heck? You know, like.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay.
Maybe one day if he listens to this.
Yeah, it's.
I just believe, because there's a lot of things that happen to me. I'm just like, why did I even let that allow certain things? And I just believe the universe will kind of do its job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think like that really like affected like the rest of the timeline? Did you guys ever like try to attempt to have kids?
Oh yeah, we'd have two.
Oh, you did have two?
Yeah. That was part of the reason I think I stayed so long.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Actually. Wait, how old are your kids?
7 and 10.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You're so fit.
Oh, thanks.
It's just like it just never like crossed my mind.
Yeah, a lot of people say that.
Yeah.
So that is, I think if we didn't, it definitely wouldn't have lasted as long.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah. So when I was going through the divorce, it's funny because part of the reason I stayed longer was because of the kids, but the reason I left was because of the kids too. Because after time, I felt like I don't want them to think that this is normal, or because they're kind of picking up the parents' behavior and environment.
Yeah.
So I was like, do I really want them to continue this generational cycle? And I was like, no. And so that was one of the biggest reasons I left. Yeah. So then I was building with that. I had them going through divorce and then starting Airbnb. And so that's why it was a lot, but you can just really make anything happen if you want to. So
that's so inspirational though.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like if you can go through a divorce and, you know, start your own Airbnb and like do that while having your kids with you, that's like, you can go in front of the stage and talk about that. Like that's like a success story.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. That's just your story, you know?
Yeah. It's so crazy. Yeah, to even
And like what do you think really drove you like to continue like doing that? Like for how long have you been doing this, by the way?
It'll be almost 3 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So like what was like the drive?
Yeah. So I think it really was it was obviously getting on my own after the divorce.
Yeah.
And then one of the reasons that the why, when Chris asked me, what is one of your whys? It was to build a better life for myself and my kids. And I wanted them to look up to me and feel like they can do anything they want despite any circumstances. Yeah. So I think that was really my driving factor. And also it's interesting because I didn't know I was going to leave tech so fast.
Yeah.
But doing that really allowed me more time with the kids and just anything in general. Yeah. Because I used to be in meetings all day on the phone or you're in the office all day. So it's just way more flexible lifestyle.
That's cool. Wait, so can you tell me a little bit more about where we can go to start the Airbnb? A little bit more direction on that?
So I have a coaching program that I started, BNB Mastery Society. Okay. So I started that about a year ago. So I'm coaching clients through there, and they learn everything starting from mindset, because I think mindset is so important. And then everything from setting up your LLC, pricing strategy, how to pitch, how to do your listing, design everything. So you pretty much have a running business out after you're done, after a month. So it's pretty fast. So even one of my clients, she's a stay-at-home mom of 5 kids.
5 kids?
Yeah. And she's like, I want to start a business for myself.
Oh my God.
And she pretty much got her first property after a month. So it happens so fast. Yeah.
That's a lot.
And I love it because it was fast. Because, some businesses, either it's a lot of money to start, because if you buy homes, you have to save a lot for each house, or it takes a long time to get your money back. If you're flipping, you have to wait. So arbitrage is nice because you can just get the house as soon as you want, and then you start profiting. Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you for joining us today.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
This is Linda, and her business is called, where can we find you again?
Yeah, my business is Olive Gold Properties and Olive Gold Collective, and you can find me on Instagram under Linda Kim, and also BNBMasterySociety.com for coaching details.
Go find her coaching for the Airbnb programs. If you enjoyed this episode, you can support our cause by going to buymeacoffee.com/Anna Yoo. That's YOO. More support means more episodes. The link is in the episode description. Also, don't forget to visit our Instagram page for exclusive behind-the-scenes content at It Starts With You. And remember, it starts with you.